Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. We have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen.
You know, I usually stay out of these conversations, but with Caitlin Clark, I can't stay silent anymore.
What would happen if the most talented young person ever saw one of the best basketball players? Is a WNBA athlete being singled out with questionable methods? LeBron James' shocking comments about Alyssa Thomas's behavior. You're going to discover that Caitlin Clark has dominated the basketball world. First, let me ask you a question. However, have you ever seen a professional athlete suffer the kind of abuse that Caitlin Clark has? Her profession. What LeBron James witnessed during the Phoenix Mercury game significantly changed his perception of the WNBA game. Alyssa Thomas is currently under fire after remarks made by LeBron James. LeBron James believes that Caitlin Clark is receiving the public backing she merits. One of the greatest basketball players is LeBron James. Knows what it's like to face opponents who are intent on slowing down extraordinary skill throughout history, through rigorous physical defense and thorough testing. But he did draw attention to one crucial fact. This is where the conversation about Alyssa Thomas becomes even more fascinating. LeBron James understands the difference between excessively forceful actions and fiercely competitive basketball. T was the most cowardly thing, he said. I haven't witnessed such an incident on a basketball floor in decades. You heard precisely that.
Sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
When LeBron James saw the footage of Alyssa Thomas shoving Caitlin Clark from behind while she was trying to recover from an eye poke, LeBron James has encountered some of the strongest opponents. He is regarded as one of the best competitors in basketball history. Nevertheless, he believed that Alyssa Thomas's serious questions concerning sportsmanship and competitive integrity were raised by the behavior. But take note of what LeBron. Regarding the timing of the shove, James had something to say. In light of his remarks, Alyssa Thomas is presently the subject of severe criticism. Before we continue, kindly like this video and, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Now let's go back to the story. The NBA icon talked about a subject that many fans have been talked about, but just a few well-known individuals had formally discussed it. Playing tough is one thing, but defense fit for a championship. Taking a cheap jab at someone when they're helpless and not searching. LeBron James stated that he had gone through some of the most physically taxing times in modern basketball. According to him, genuine rivals don't wait until an opponent's back is turned before making a questionable move. Rather, they face each other directly. And LeBron James said that's exactly what made it so difficult to defend the acts of Alyssa Thomas. However, Alyssa Thomas's actions are currently the subject of a contentious debate because of what LeBron James said. After the incident, Alyssa Thomas's reaction appeared to aggravate the greatest basketball legend. In response, Alyssa Thomas hinted that the public and the media were harshly criticizing her and declaring, "Damned if I do, damned if I don't," instead of acknowledging that the play could have gone too far or expressing regret. That response just served to intensify the conversation around the incident. According to LeBron James, the greatest winners and true rivals take responsibility for their acts, especially when another player's safety is at danger. He continued to assert that extraordinary athletes accept accountability and allow their achievements to speak for themselves instead of providing explanations. He thinks that when a player focuses on rationalizing questionable behavior instead of facing it, makes one wonder how they handle competition. Thus, the discussion shifted from basketball expertise to professionalism and good sportsmanship. LeBron James also emphasized Caitlin Clark's exceptional basketball skills. She is one of the sport's brightest young stars thanks to her IQ, deep shooting range, and ability to improve her teammates' performance. Stars. But he also emphasized that protecting athletes and upholding basketball's ethics should always come first. First, because to his deep regard for the sport, rather of always worrying about inexpensive or unnecessary physical play, this incredibly talented young athlete should focus on reaching her limitless basketball potential. According to LeBron James, concentrating on a great player instead of rising to the situation with diligence. All of the negative aspects of a competitive attitude are embodied in ability and preparedness. There are serious problems with sportsmanship. When a player is exposed to unnecessary contact when in danger, he thinks that execution, skill, and discipline should always be the deciding variables in basketball, not questionable tactics. The basketball community was swiftly involved in a contentious debate about such comments. Additionally, LeBron James compared Caitlin Clark's physical treatment to the challenges faced by numerous elite athletes throughout their careers. However, he did make it clear that there is a big difference between intense, physical basketball and excessive behavior. He praised Clark for handling the demands of becoming one of the top players in women's basketball at such a young age. One of LeBron James' most persuasive claims was that the league may give players the wrong impression, may get notoriety through controversy instead of improving their basketball abilities if it doesn't forbid acts against its top stars that are unnecessary or dangerous. He thinks that in order for the league to continue growing, protecting elite players while maintaining fair, competitive basketball. LeBron James even argued that the league runs the risk of giving the next generation of players the wrong impression if it fails to respond to these kinds of circumstances in an efficient manner. He thinks that rather than dubious, young athletes can watch the WNBA to learn about elite skill, regardless of plays or needless violent altercations, steadfast teamwork, sportsmanship, and work ethic. Despite these challenges, LeBron James has faith in Caitlin. Perhaps the most powerful part of Clark's perspective was his outlook on the future. According to him, every effort to fearing or discouraging Clark will just increase her resolve to demonstrate her abilities, self-control, and basketball IQ, since genuinely exceptional athletes are often the result of adversity. LeBron James noted that great athletes have always faced physical barriers and close examination, based on his own experience as one of basketball's best stars. However, he did emphasize that Clark is balancing such challenges with a high level of media attention and expectations that come with being among women's basketball's most well-known personalities. For this reason, LeBron James thinks that assisting athletes like Clark are about more than simply helping one talented athlete. It's about maintaining the sport's inherent integrity. He claims that Clark possesses many of the qualities that make basketball great, including exceptional court vision, exceptional talent, a competitive mentality, and the ability to inspire the following generation. He also underlined that the WNBA is at a pivotal moment in its history, and its reputation and culture may be permanently impacted by how it responds to such circumstances. Either they continue to allow less talented players to use dishonest techniques, or they protect and showcase their best players, enabling stars like Caitlin Clark to reach their full potential and strengthen the league as a whole. To remain current, LeBron James sent a clear message. The league's future will depend on the choice it makes. But this is the question that everyone is asking. Will the WNBA protect Caitlin Clark like LeBron suggested? Abilities, self-control, and basketball IQ, since genuinely exceptional athletes are often the result of adversity. LeBron James noted that great athletes have always faced physical barriers and close examination, based on his own experience as one of basketball's best stars. However, he did emphasize that Clark is balancing such challenges with a high level of media attention and expectations that come with being among women's basketball's most well-known personalities. For this reason, LeBron James thinks that assisting athletes like Clark are about more than simply helping one talented athlete. It's about maintaining the sport's inherent integrity. He claims that Clark possesses many of the qualities that make basketball great, including exceptional court vision, exceptional talent, a competitive mentality, and the ability to inspire the following generation. He also underlined that the WNBA is at a pivotal moment in its history, and its reputation and culture may be permanently impacted by how it responds to such circumstances. Either they continue to allow less talented players to use dishonest techniques, or they protect and showcase their best players, enabling stars like Caitlin Clark to reach their full potential and strengthen the league as a whole. To remain current, LeBron James sent a clear message. The league's future will depend on the choice it makes. But this is the question that everyone is asking. Will the WNBA protect Caitlin Clark like LeBron suggested?